Hello there, Internet and creatures of the beyond. Today we are going to continue doing our isometric room. And to be honest, I've been plotting a few designs, and the thing is that I didn't record most of them because I don't think you guys would have wanted to look at 6 hours footage or more of me plotting various designs for furniture and so on. But I only did the models and not the what's it called? Not the textures and rendering and whatever. So here it is. Since the last we left off, we just made like the rough outlines of where things shall be. I've been looking through various furniture that I liked, and I have managed to solve the issue with the orientation and positioning in different angles, and it's not as easy as it sounds. Basically, in order to do a circle, it's actually very easy. All you have to do is just select the angle that you want to look. So for example, in this situation, we have, we have this square. And in order for this circle to be done, all we need to do is make a normal circle and then just add a perspective. And then it's very easy. From here, we just select the corners. Bam, bam, bam. Oops. And there we go. This corner is not right. And there we go. And then we made a trapezoidal object between two circles. We need to make sure we touch the edges, but that's easy. And we just duplicate this up and down, bam, just like that. So this is the basics of how we create this. On the other hand, for the chair, this has been a nightmare. And I have been trying various things, but then I just realized one particular thing. In order to create an object, you have to just use sort of the same perspective. So basically, if we look closely here, we have 3 squares here, and then we have 3 squares here. So this is the edges of which technically I should have expanded this outside, but well, since I played a lot with the angles and so on, let me see if I can open the one that I have been working on. I think maybe this one. I'm not sure. Okay, so this is the end result, and these are the initial poses. So if you can see, I made a few layers going up to see where they're orienting themselves. And from here, I could determine that I creating by creating this rough shape where I want to position my chair in this angle. So if we have, oh, this one isn't set up. Well, you get the idea. So if it's three squares here and 3 squares here, then we have 4 squares here, 4 squares over here in the back. And I started with the frontal view, but actually you just need 2 views in order to create the 3D view. So the next part was me creating the sides based on the frontal view, and then I just combined the sides with the frontal view, and we got this 3D version. And afterwards it was just a matter of setting up the rest of the components of the chair. It's nothing too fancy. I didn't try to make it too extraordinary. Well, this one underneath is an extra. Okay, let's close without saving. So basically now I can go in and I can just select the bottom part, remove it. That was just for demonstration purposes. And here I took two images from Pexels, I believe. I shall link the links to the authors of the art in the description. And then I thought, well, what could go nice here? So maybe I chose this sort of, let's say, hollow furniture. This was pretty easy to do. In the first part here, we see like there is this, I didn't want to lose the corner. So I created this sort of illumination, but I didn't overlap it. I just made it into the gradient. So if we click on the gradient, we can see that I added 3 points here. One is more illuminated. I changed the angle to match the direction. And I just selected the colors. Here is more darker, here is more lighter. In this case, I also created, well, this one is a little bit more complex in the sense that there are a few more pieces here. So oops, sorry about that. So I created this orientation, and then from within inside, but I don't believe I can select them. So this is one part, this square, this internal part, which is colored, and this was made so that I could kind of give a a gradient to the, as we see the gradient here, to the side, the internal side. And then I just gave a normal gradient to this one, and in the back I just added the shadow that I have clipped to the face. Don't worry, I shall put this on G drive when I'm done with it. Here this is gonna be a plant. I just made I used the perspectives and things that I showed you guys earlier. And I've been playing around with various elements here to just kind of make it so that it looks hollow inside. And this one took me the most time because I've played with many designs until I found one that kind of, well, I still edit it. The cool thing, I did like these corners to look like they're beveled. Beveled or chamfered? I don't remember which one is which. So I think it's bevel. So I did this here as well. And these are the sides, but this I thought I could do them out of wood. These sides, and the rest will be just leather. And this edge should be metallic or something. We shall see. What else? Oh, and for the table, in order to create, I created a little bit of an angle here to the feet of the table, extremities or whatever. And for the glass, I just created two shapes. Well, actually, I created initially a square here. Then I created a circle in the middle. I cut it in half, and then I separated here. And when I cut it in half, I cut it based on the half of the square. And then I just moved a duplicate underneath to look like it's to look like it's transparent. And I didn't do any more edges or anything like that. I think it looks okay the way it is right now. What we shall do today? Well, first of all, let me. Oops. Yeah, so this was the initial one. Okay, yeah, so this, I thought I had more pictures saved from the past, but apparently I don't. Haha, sad. That is very, very sad. Let me see. Whoops. Okay, so this is the things that I've been using there. How do I... let's see. Just a second, I'm getting my stuff into position. Okay. I was thinking let's continue with this plant because I kind of want to give this plant sort of a look. I don't know, and we can play around and see what looks good for a plant. I'm just having some references on the side. It's just I'm not gonna clutter the screen with lots of plants and stuff, so I'm just scrolling through them and whatever. So maybe we should go with something like, let me disable this for now. I don't know. Let's try to see if we can. Well, it should, let's try it like this. So we should go for maybe a yellowish green something, maybe more yellowish. Something like that. Although I do want to kind of press this one like so. Let's see. Yeah, doesn't look bad. Oops. This one needs to be more in front, but somehow. Well, let's do something. Let's create a group here because. I see. There was a group. I wasn't in the group. Okay. Eh. Okay, there we go. So that's one part. Let's see. We should do. Well, let's try something like this. See how it looks. Oh, damn it, I'm still not in the. Okay, let's give it a bit more nuance. Maybe a bit more like so. Maybe a bit. I think that looks okay. I don't know. I don't know if what I'm doing is looking nice or not. Let's try to look one that comes towards us then. Well, maybe sharp angle. So we go like this. And then underneath it we create something like so. No, a little bit more. Maybe a little bit more than this. And let's create it as a darker shade underneath. Yeah, something like that. Maybe a little bit more to the left. Let me check if I'm in the group. Where is my group? I'm not in the group. Damn it. Okay. And well, I don't really like the. Maybe we should move it just a bit more. Then maybe this one should be like so. Well, probably I'm not positioning it quite right. But we should live with that. Okay, I'm gonna leave it as it is. And let's just do one more over here. Tinier one. And maybe another one like so. I think it needs one more here for equilibrium. I don't like this edge. Okay. And you guys need to be inside the group. And I don't know. How does this plant look like from afar? Looks a little bit sad. I don't know what kind of plant it is. Maybe this one needs to be larger. And what if we try to add an extra stem here? Maybe a little bit thicker. Like so. But underneath. Underneath. What am I doing? Let's make it a different color so I can see what I'm doing. Okay. And maybe just another little leaf here. Oops. And one more leaf over here. Hmm. Well, maybe it's the other way. Let's try it the other way, like this up and this one a little higher, just for a little bit more balance. Doesn't need to be something too strong. Maybe this one a bit larger because the lower branches are always larger. Branches, leaves. Something like this for balance. Let's see. Well, I don't really like this one that much. Maybe a tiny bit larger here. And maybe we push it a bit. Like so. Picasso, I love it. Um, at the moment, let's make them all. Why are you out of the group? I don't know what I did. Hey, whoops. Okay, that's bad. We are officially messed up. Let's go back. Hopefully it's saved. Oh, thank you. Okay, so these ones, I was trying to put them back into the group. Okay. So this one, this one, this one, I didn't select. Okay, we're gonna make them like this for now. And, well, this one, oh. Always play press delete for some reason. Let me try to move this one a bit more. Perfect. Well, maybe this one can be on top. Okay, I like it, I like it. Let's try this one on top as well. Nah, this one. Yeah, this one can work on top. The colors are muted right now. They don't have to be extra strong for us to work upon them. But when we shall shade them and give them the highlights and everything else they need, then we shall look at what else we can improve there. Okay, let me see some of my materials now. Because I kind of want to work on this couch. So, if this is gonna be a metallic color, it should be... Although I think I did mess it up a little bit here because I should have done different glistening effects. Okay, let's try to go with something like this. And not gonna use any textures. I'm just gonna play around with the colors that I have here. So maybe this one is gonna be a little bit lighter. Kind of want to match the colors to be... Or let's try something from the... Oops. Ah, yeah, I kind of like this. There are ways to make textures with extensions and filters, but I'm not gonna bother too much. Okay, so this one is gonna be a little darker. I'm gonna keep the muted colors. Since this one is kind of in the shadow, this... We're going to go with a little darker part, like so. And we're gonna put this one the same color as this. This one is also kind of in the shadow. These ones are even more in the shadow. So they will go even darker. And let's go with the same dark as this one. Oh, not that one. That one is gonna be this color. This one... why can't I select it, I wonder? This one shall be this color. Okay. This one shall be this color for now. Technically, this should reflect here, and I shall see. We shall see. For now, we're just selecting colors. So like this, and this one is oops, the other one is gonna be like this, maybe even a darker. Now let's keep it this way. I still want to see a little bit of detail here. So this one is gonna be like so. Maybe a little darker here because it's more in the shadow. Okay. This one is definitely in the shadow, so it's gonna be a very dark back. This one is also very dark. Maybe even darker. Let me try to get the same color here. This one I'm gonna lighten up a bit more. We shall play with gradients afterwards. This one is gonna be lighter. This one should be just a tiny bit darker than this, maybe a tiny bit more. Well, this is not gonna be the color. Probably I'm gonna change the colors as well. Maybe what could work? Maybe a red? That would be interesting. And let's look at the feet. The feet should be kind of like this darker color. Well, maybe let's try this color. I like this. Yeah, this one I like. This red is going to be probably a brown. We could also go with a lighter, but well, I kind of try to match the whole setup. Okay, we need to do some fixes here. First of all, this one, oops, not this one, this one, we have to break. So I'm gonna take the top part. I think I'm gonna simplify it a little bit. Let's remove this. And let's just duplicate this. Duplicate this. Let's do the intersection, and from this one, I'm gonna remove that. And now I have this. So I was thinking this one should be like this. And I think that should be okay. I don't know about this back one. Should we go darker? I'm not entirely happy with that decision. This one should also be separated. Let's go like this. Okay. And this one should be this color. Okie dokie. Yeah, that one should look okay-ish. Okay, let's think. Let's go with this dark red. Okay, I kind of like this. This is gonna be wood. So in this case, I'm just gonna make it like so and a little darker. Maybe this color. Oops. Let's just go with 20. I don't know, for some reason it looks a little bit more popped up. 20, this one should be a 23. Yeah, yeah. Okay, let's concentrate on this. This one should be the lightest one, so we're going to put a little bit more. We're already maximum saturation. This one, on the other hand, should be... Let's choose this dark, kind of like that dark. Maybe a 10 with 80 saturation. Let's see how that looks. And this one should be 20. Looks nice. And this one in the center should be sort of like this, but a 15. There we go. And this one should also be a 15. Well, maybe more like a 10. No, maybe more like 18. No, 16. 16 looks better. It's a small detail, but you know, it doesn't look the edge so cut. I wanted to make it a bit different, but I didn't know exactly how to get this corner correctly. I kind of wanted it to make it the same as here, but since everything is kind of rounding up around there, it looked really weird without this. So I just kind of left it like that. Okay, maybe we can add a little bit more saturation into these guys. Let's try. Okay, starting to like it. Maybe more desaturated. Let's go like this. I'm kind of back to the main color, but it's a bit more brighter now. And now if we go with a 20, more desaturation. Well, that's too much. And this one should be like so, but even dark. Well, 10 is too much. 15. And more desaturation. Let's go with maybe 17. Looks a little bit better. Okay, we can live with that. Hey, Biggie. Oh, what's your name? Diggs, by the way. Oh, welcome to the channel. Enjoy the beautiful architecture of the of the sofa. It's a lazy sofa. Maybe this one is too strong. Let's go with 12. Maybe a 13, just to soften it up. Because it is a comfy sofa. Okay, so now let me look at these things. There should be sort of a glint, because since this is metallic, although I never really managed to do metals that good. I kind of always messed up with metals. But we shall try our best. So, the very first thing we need to do is create a little bit of a gradient here. Oh, a gradient. So we're going like full like this, and then we're going to increase this one a little towards the dark, maybe a 40. Or maybe a 42, okay. And there should be a bit of, oops. Okay, B. So let's try some. I don't know. Let's see. Maybe this works. I'm gonna make them kind of maybe white. Let's duplicate this. I'm gonna create it as a clipping mask. Bam, bam, set clip. And let's kind of blur them a bit. Be even more. Okay, yeah, something like that. Maybe less opacity. Maybe even less. And maybe this gradient should go a bit like so. Still a little bit too strong for my taste. Let's reduce the opacity to maybe like a 20. Even a 20 is too much. Let's go with 10. Yeah, that's the best we can do at the moment. So, having dealt with that, let's go with this one. I'm gonna, oops. We're gonna do a nice gradient on this one as well. Hmm. So let's... I don't know. Maybe it should be the other way around. Let's kind of invert it. So this is 33. This is 35. Yeah, something like that. And for this one, we're also doing a gradient, but not that gradient. And we're gonna go full. And this one, let's try to move towards this color, but we're gonna open it up. Let's see how this looks. Well, the seams are pretty much... Maybe I messed up something here. Let me check very fast. Yep. There was an angle. And what about on this one? This one isn't clipped correctly. Let's try to redo it. I don't know. There is like a little space here. And I don't know what's causing it. But anyway. Maybe this one should go lower. Oops. Yeah, I kind of like this. This corner is a little bit darker than the other one. Although I still don't know what's causing that little ridiculous thing. Okay, so that looks a little bit more natural. This one... well. The thing is that there should be some reflectiveness of the shadow on the bars here and maybe here. So I'm actually thinking of doing this one, both of these ones, like so. I'm gonna go for... Oh, what happened? Why did you disappear on me? What is happening? That is new. It's disappearing when I'm going over it. That's crazy. Okay, maybe there is a weird thing there, so I'm just gonna group these together. Yeah, now I look okay. Oh, maybe I don't know what has happening there, but weird voodoo stuff. So this is 100%. And I kind of want to go with a very dark side here. because there is this shadow happening in the side. And we're kind of gonna go and do the same here. I think we need to angle it like so. Go full, and this one is going to be also darkish. Yeah, there we go. This one needs to also be angled. For some weird reason, it's not affecting this side. So weird. Maybe I'm going to ungroup these two. Something weird is happening there. Okay, let's see. Maybe this one. But now it's applying the same. Okay, let me try to remove this one. And now let's try to add it again. Okay, that should look okay. Yeah, I like it. I like it. I don't know, this glint here kind of weirds me out for some reason. Aren't you inside the mask? Maybe I should... Ah, I see, I see. Oh, so it wasn't taking both of them, it was taking only one of them. Interesting. Okay, let's put the... maybe 10. Hmm. Yeah, I'm gonna leave it at 20. I'm gonna leave it for now. I don't know. I keep going there, thinking that maybe something will change. So this one is lighter because some of the light is captivated on this side. This one is darker on this corner. Now let's continue on this side. I'm gonna give it a little gradient, but not too much. Maybe just a few degrees. Oh. Like a 65 here. Okay, that looks okay. This one, on the other hand, it's going to look darker on the bottom. So I'm gonna kind of get it like... No, it's the other way. So I'm gonna come like... complicated. Okay, I like this. I like this a little bit better. Can I move this? Hey. Sit in position. Okay, so there isn't so much darkness here, but I think there should be an angle to it. Maybe not so dark. Okay, I think that should work. Although, thinking about it, maybe I should kind of get another darkish corner over here. Like so. Perfect. Yeah, that looks okay-ish. Now. Mm, this one and this one, they're going to be together. I should have, yeah, combined them, not grouped them. Maybe that was my mistake. And this one, I am going to kind of go with the same principles. Well, actually, wait. First of all, let's do it like so. But then I'm gonna go a little darker here. But then we're gonna push towards the red a bit. Because the reflection is red. So maybe 30. Let's try to kind of keep it small here. Okay, let's see. Yeah, that looks okay-ish. Me gusta. For some reason, I constantly feel like this is not the same color as this, but it is. And this is a trick of how the other colors are blending around it. These ones, we can kind of keep them the way they are. Okay, those are combined. So I could go with a gradient, just like so. And we're going to increase this to maybe 40 something. Let's go 45. But is it applying on both of them? Weird. Yeah, the angle is kind of tricking me into one way to kind of force me to see where I have to set it up. Oh, come on, go back. What? I don't want this. So I said, no, we're gonna use the same color and just gonna go maybe something like a 45 should be okay. Yeah, there we go. Maybe this one needs more extrapolation towards this area. Okay. We're going to kind of follow the same principles as we did here. Go a little darker. Perfect, but go towards the red. Maybe that is too much. Or we should reduce a bit more of the... Okay, there we go. I think that looks okay-ish. Maybe just a little more angle. Yeah, something like that. Okay, that looks nice. This one. These angles are driving me insane. So this one should be something like a 25. Okay, that looks okay. And we could apply the same gradient here. Hey, only for this corner. Maybe a 24, a little darker. Let's go. Yeah, that starts to look like something. Now for this one, I'm just gonna go in an angle like so. I'm gonna go full and I'm gonna go a little desaturated. We push it a bit stronger here. So, something like so. Maybe a bit more. Kind of want to capture a little bit of light on this corner, even though we don't know what's behind here because it's empty space, but you know, you get the idea. This one, it's going to be a few levels lower. Okay, that doesn't look too bad. But this one is going to be different because this one has multiple layers. So there is a shadow happening from this side. So we definitely know there will be a shadow that goes darker from this area. Well, maybe not that much. Something like this. And then we know that there is some shadow that emanates from this area. So we're kind of going to push it like so. This I'm gonna do a few steps higher, and this one I'm gonna go a few steps higher. Maybe push it a bit towards so. This one more like so to soften up the lights. And this one we should desaturate. Nah, that looks horrible. So this is a 28. I'm gonna just go a bit higher like so. And I'm gonna keep it at 28 like so. That's the best I could do. Maybe I could just pull this one a bit more and try to kind of go not too much. Uh, Something like so. Let's see. Well, I don't know if we can do better, but probably this one needs a few more things here. So I'm going to push this to us. Okay, that looks better. And oops, let's create. Did I push it? Yeah. And let's create one artifact over here. Is it parallel? I don't even know. So I'm gonna go white, bam, 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 duplicate. I'm gonna make you so. You're going to be here underneath this, set clip. I'm gonna go blur, maybe an opacity like so. Maybe a bit more like a 30. No, I think a 20 was okay. Maybe even more blur. Let's go with more blur. Okay. Yeah, kind of like that. Feels sharp enough to be the glint. Here it's a little darker. Doesn't need to distract the eye too much. Maybe this one we can go a tiny bit darker. Let's go with 20. Maybe this one. Oops. This one should be. Let's try a 16. Yeah, that just feels a bit more natural. Maybe this one we can pull this corner a bit more. Okay, that should look okay-ish. And now we also created like there is this little gap here. Well, it's an illusion. Okay, we're making nice progress. What the hell is this point? I don't know. He was just kind of there. Weird. I suppose this one has it as well. Nice. Well, sometimes you forget some artifacts, but it's always good to see what you're doing. Okay, so this one, I kind of want to go with something with a green because glass always has a tint of green in it. Maybe a bit shallower. That's too much. Or maybe let's go with a bluish one. Or a hue. I like blue. Well, maybe, what about a dark? Nah, that's too much. Huh, did I just reset everything? Nice. I think this one works. Actually, this combo is interesting. No, I'm gonna go like so, but maybe I'm gonna... Is this the top or the bottom? I don't understand. This one should be the bottom, no? Yeah. So this is the bottom. Then I'm going to kind of make it a little darker like so. Because the top is attracting more light, so the light passes a little bit shallow, and the bottom it just collects the light, so it kind of loses that transparency towards the bottom a little bit. Maybe we can even play. Should I try a blur? No, that looks really weird. For some really weird reason, that looks really, really weird. I was thinking it would look a little bit matte, but no, I suppose the only way I can make this is by... Huh. Interesting. Let's think a bit. First of all, there should be a gradient here. But not on both of them, only on the top one I want. For some reason, this one is on top, this one is on bottom. What the heck is happening here? Is this the top or the bottom? Um, so I kind of wanted to do it a bit lighter here. Maybe with a little bit more color. So this way it looks like the light is bouncing off of it, but on this side it's getting darker. Although it is a bit too dark. So maybe I can enhance it just a tiny bit, maybe an 11. So this is a 20. I'm gonna go with 12, 13, something like that. Yeah. Now, the thing is, there is a shadow on the legs, but till the legs, we need to take something into account. I don't know. Let's try to see how it looks. If I blur it a bit. Does it look okay-ish? Because there is a little distortion, but then glass can be clear, so and I don't see much of a difference between the blur and the non-blur. It's a very, very, very... Well, it does help, but there is one thing that we need to take into account. And that is that our legs are very messed up. I remember when there was, I don't know if you guys ever heard of Flash. There was this software that was creating animations. It's still around, I think, in some way or another. It was created by Adobe. I don't know why they abandoned it. It was a very amazing piece of software, and you could do a lot of stuff in it. But the idea was that if you wanted to work inside a group, I don't know if it was called a group back then or matched layer or something, I don't remember. But if you would go into the group, it would just isolate only the group and you could work only on those elements without seeing anything outside of it. That was a very cool feature. I don't know if you can do this in Inkscape, but I think it would be so awesome to isolate the group that you're working in just to see all of the details that you want to work upon. Or at the very least, kind of try to um, make everything else transparent while you are inside the group, but it should be like an additional function, not something that goes on by default. Would be very interesting. The reason I'm saying that is like if we go into our legs, we see that these things are detached. So, now I'm gonna cry. Because I have zero freaking clue how to connect these things. Well, I know how to connect them. Take this apart. Ooh. Uh, oh, come on, go in. Really? So it was this? Jesus fucking Christ. Okay, so that is one group. Yeah, try to get the other ones. Good luck, my son. Actually, I'm stupid. Why don't I put this one underneath this group? Yeah. Okay, I was silly over there. Uh, let's also put this couch is a group as well, no? So we can put it underneath. So I can take this, this with this, with. Really? You're gonna do this to me now? Okay, let's group it. Now the next one, this with this, with this. Why? Why? Why are you making me go insane? I don't know, is it. Mm. So this is one leg, this is one. For some reason I messed up here. This is another. And this is another. Okay, so now we have the feet connected. Let's go back on this. I'm going to select my foot, which is this group. I'm gonna blur it. YOLO. Well, maybe 10 should be enough. And Let's do something smarter. Let's duplicate this. Then let's duplicate this. Let's make it as like so. Let's go back into our group. And now I should be able to clip it. Perfect. Now this one, well, let's do something first. Let's blur this. And now this one in the back. Well, I have one extra leg there in the back, so, but it doesn't really matter, I suppose. We don't have to focus on this leg. So what can we do next? Let's kind of create some gradients on these legs, but individually. Let's take this leg. Okay, so it should go towards the dark side. Something like that. So an 8. I'm going to, yeah, not the most pleasant experience, but for some weird reason it's affecting this differently. Okay. It affects this differently as well. Maybe I should combine them. Maybe that's my mistake. Let's see now. Yeah, that looks better. I thought it was an 8. Maybe we can go with lower, because this is towards the darker side. Not too much. Okay. And we're gonna undo this, combine it, and let's do the same thing here. It, maybe 7. That one we don't see behind, so should be all right. Let's go back with this. And voila, our table is done. The legs are darker, but then you can't always match the colors of. It's not a set of furniture, so you kind of match wood with wood and so on. But I think I kind of liked it this way. Let's do this chair. Although now, to be honest, I can't remember. Although I kind of like this red. I don't know, for some reason it looks nice. But nah, let's go with kind of like a lighter color. Like so, but a little. Yeah. that looks nice. Well, we're still gonna... This one is gonna be tough, as expected. Yeah, this is gonna be a lot of work. I don't even think I'm gonna do it on screen. Because there are so many parts in here due to how much I don't even know where to start with this. What? This? Well, no, definitely darker. Hey, not that one. There's so many parts in this. I have zero clue how I'm gonna manage. Okay, let's save a bit because I'm getting anxious because this looks weird. No? Why is it not applying the same color? Okay, there we go. I might just skip some of the things here because, well, this chair is very tricky. I've hidden a lot of corners and stuff to make it look nice. But I suppose in my attempt, I kind of overdid it. But what can you do? Art requires sacrifices. This is gonna be a pain. I have things hidden here and here and... Oops. Yeah, I'm not gonna touch this too much. At the very most, I'm gonna go something like so. Until here to kind of mask that corner. I can kind of see this, but well, I'll have to survive with that. And on this, we have to go something sort of like so. So this one will be, well, that's too dark. Just a tiny dark. Like so. And then I'm gonna come here and let's see if we can sort of trick it to do that edge lighter. Something like so. It's not gonna be that light. Let's see. Kind of like this. Okay, let's reduce a bit. Oh, that's too much. Sorry about that. And maybe just extend it a tiny bit. And this one we're gonna go towards the white. Okay. Well, maybe that's white. Maybe it needed a little bit of color in it. That's too much. So maybe an 8. I'm not gonna push too much into it. Come on. This also needs a bit of color. And you as well. Yeah, that looks a little bit more natural. Unfortunately with this, I don't know how to mask this one because this one goes behind this one. It's a little bit more complicated than that. In order to... well, I could leave it like maybe 22. Maybe this one can also get a little bit of color. I don't know about this. No, that's too much. We can kind of already see where it stops here in the corner, but since I made it so subtle, it's not really visible from afar. So it should be okay. Well, I could try to match the colors. Oh, did I get it? Okay. And this one as well. Okay, that's the best I can do to make it look nice. Maybe this one is a bit tad too strong here, so maybe reduce it a bit more. Should be okay. Okay. So we finish this, we finish this, we finish this, we finish this. The chair is not done well. I don't know. I really do not know. What should we do? Because this chair is gonna be problematic in the long run if it's not gonna match the gradients here, so... Ah, silly chair. I'm gonna leave it for now. And I'm gonna focus a bit on it later. It needs a little work, and we're also... Right now everything is floating because there are no shadows on the ground. But let's focus on this. Kind of want to do something with this. So this one with this one should be one part. And I'm thinking that if I go like so... Actually, why the hell did I do this? It should be on top. I see. Okay, we have a little problem here. And we can fix it by duplicating this, combining it, and cutting it out of this. And now if I go, perfect. Perfect lemon. So this one. I don't know. Maybe mute it, and I don't know what I'm going for. Maybe something like this. A little bit mute. Okay, we can work with that, I suppose. Let's go something like so. Let's push this a bit lighter here. Okay, so we're gonna follow the same pattern. This one is gonna be lighter. We're gonna fix that. That is problematic. No. Yeah, this is complicated here. What should we do? Oh, I'm gonna do it like so. And remove this one and duplicate this and cut it out of... Well, I think I'm gonna just do this piece then. Let's see, like so. Duplicate this with this. Let's combine it, and I'm gonna cut this part. There we go. And now I can push this beneath. Perfect. Should be okay now. And now just gonna go with something lighter. And we're gonna take a nice gradient. and go with something darker, but not as dark. Maybe something like so. Although there is this shadows that should come here, so maybe let's change this angle a bit and push it out a tad more, to diffuse the highlight. It's already orienting the lights a little differently. Let's look at it. I think it looks okayish. A little bit blending in with the rest, but what can you do? And this one should be darker, maybe not as dark. But this one is going to have... Oh, come on. Hey. This one is going to be like so. Nah, maybe that's too much. A few more shades. Yeah. And now let's look at this. I particularly do not like this color and I do not like this shape. So let's mess it up a bit. Oh, it's not interesting. Just to give the impression that it's dirt in here. Okay, let's look. Okay, that looks a little bit, maybe I exaggerated with the heights too much, but this one could be a bit better. I don't like this. Maybe we should push it. Oops. Hey. Ah, there is another one here. Okay, something like that, whatever. And this is going to have a gradient as well, like so. This is gonna go darker towards this part. Oops. Hey. Let's push it a bit more to diffuse it. I think that looks nice. Maybe it is a bit too strong, but It kind of goes to the edge. Maybe I should put it a bit in the center. Just as an idea, let's see. Um, Damn it. I wonder what if I just do a little bit like so from the other side and go a little bit darker on this side like so. Well, that's too much. Mm. Just to give the impression that it is in the earth. And since we're looking far away, it shouldn't impact too much of the way it looks like. Whatever. Okay, ish. I think this one could be a tad darker, and maybe we should change the angle even more. Something like this. Well, maybe that's too much. Not super satisfied with it. I need to catch it like a Pokemon. Okay, I think I can survive with that. If we can't, well, we can't. What can we do? These ones. Are gonna be something like this. Oops. Yep. Oops. Maybe it's not less here because it's the top part. So maybe like so. This one also a bit more less because it's too much. And maybe this one because it kind of blends inside with the wall there, the color. Maybe in fact we can increase the other way. Yeah, something like that. Maybe this one as well. The other way. Yeah, I kind of like this. It shouldn't be extra obvious. No, it's just a plan there. It shouldn't attract the eyes too much. The focal point is toward this area. So we're gonna keep it like so, if I could put an axis, you know. Keep, well, this one is kind of to give a balance towards the room, to not feel that empty in that area. Although here could have also been another object, maybe a lamp or another picture, but let's not overdo it. I'm still unhappy with this chair. But before we go to the chair, I was thinking of adding something to the paintings, but meh, no. Let's let them be. It's perfect, you know. It's these white focal points are keeping us focused on where the corners are, sort of like important pieces of information that we need to absorb. So we can kind of transition into the rest. So if we go from here, this helps us notice the plant. So it's kind of a positive and negative. These are the positives, these are the negative. Although the plant could be a little lighter, but we shall see. We shall play with the colors. Or you guys can play with the colors. This one, maybe the contrast is a bit strong, especially on the top side, which I might push a little stronger towards so. And we still didn't get to this part. That's gonna be fun. But I need to figure out what to do with this stupid chair. This stupid chair. I need to first select it, of course. And there are vestiges of what's left behind there, whatever, blah, 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 blah. Not a problem. It's not a problem. That's too much. That's too little. Still need to figure out how to do this part. Well, that's a problem that I really do not like. So I have to kind of match this with this. This one, this one is gonna be pretty problematic. So I'm gonna try to push this towards the light and this towards the darkness. I don't know, something like so. But maybe push it a bit more so here. Let's see. Not happy with this. Not happy at all. Okay, that looks a bit better. But again, weird angle. I don't know. Maybe I should push it like so. Kind of push this so. Yeah, I think that might be the right way. There is something in here that annoys me. That one. And I still didn't remove it. That one. I think there are more parts in here. Yeah, there are definitely more parts in there. Oops. Okay, that should relieve us of some extra geometry from inside. Not particularly happy about this. This chair needs a lot of work, to be honest. But I'm kind of willing to sacrifice some of its looks. Mm. Hey, why did it go so? Mm, okay, I can live with that. Hey, hey, hey. This one should be a tiny bit darker because it's more in the shadow. No, the other way. That one I can leave as it is. This one... No, not that one. This one. Oh, damn. Yeah, that's gonna be problematic. Maybe even lighter. Maybe not that light. Okay, something like that. Okay, we fixed that corner. Now can't do much with this. Maybe this one can be a tiny darker. Not that much, like so. Mm. Oh, and this one doesn't have a gradient, that's a problem. Well, as much as it could have been done about it, I think that should be okay for now. Now that I look at it, this one is kind of too red, but it's a special type of wood, so let's enjoy what we have. I can change the colors, but I don't know. I feel like it's a central piece that kind of binds everything together towards it. It's heavy. It really feels like the heaviness. This glass is also dark, so it kind of is a good transition between the couch and that one. Could go a little lighter, but I don't know. For some reason, it feels good to me to have it this way. Hmm. One thing that we'll have to do, but the question is, how do we want to do it? There's two ways. We can either go very, very accurate with the shadows on the ground, or we can do just some diffuse shadows. Technically, the most accurate way is to do them, the most correct way is to do them accurate, but that implies looking at the shapes. Well, since we did this on the... So this kind of implies there is a diffuse color. This is gonna be... So this is the darkest corner in quotes. Not necessarily most dark, but darkest. Mm. So since the light is going this way, Most of the shadows are gonna go this way. Now, I'm kind of tempted to do something like this for this couch. Mm. And to be honest, it does feel a little bit better. Let's put it underneath. We don't need it like so. This one needs to be higher. I don't know, it feels like this kind of embodies how the shadow should be. Maybe extend it a bit. Just a tiny bit. I don't know. It looks more natural. It feels like it's fixed. It could go even further, and we should try to pull it further, but I'm gonna do a gradient on it immediately. So I'm gonna come here with full gradient, kind of play where I want to kind of lose it. So maybe something like so. So we're getting light from over here, coming from the corner of the window, and then there is some bouncing from the glass. I'm not sure exactly how to do glass shimmering and stuff, but meh, meh. We shall see. For the chair, though, that's problematic. Let's see. So it should be something more or less like so. But maybe even less. Maybe we should pull it something like so. Wait, is this on top? It shouldn't be on top. Let's kind of see where we have to place it. Goes like this. Let's create a gradient on it. The same, we're going full here. Maybe the blur is a bit too strong. Let's see with a 20. Maybe this one should go a little bit forward. something like so. But you know what? Come on, can't add another one. Kind of want to push this like this and lose the opacity on this side. And let's play with how much you want to keep of the shadow. Maybe change the angle a little bit more. I don't know. Something like so. I might need to add a bit more shadow here, or let's diffuse this a bit more. Or maybe something like this. Yeah, something sort of like that. Well, maybe 25. Yeah, that kind of feels better. And maybe a 25 here as well. And maybe I can push this a bit more like so. Okay, I think that's enough. The glass, since it's going through it, it should be kind of an amplifier of light, so this is weird. I don't know exactly how to do it, but let's do this one first. This one definitely goes a little bit more like so. Did I not group this? I thought I grouped it. Whatever. Ah, that's too much blur. So maybe this one, we pull it out a bit more. Well, not by much. Maybe a bit less here. Like so. We're going to drastically reduce this, maybe to okay, I need to pull this more. And whoa, 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 whoa. We need to add to see how much shadow we are adding here. Fifty feels kind of right to me because this is a predominantly big thing. So maybe adding diffuser shadows doesn't look quite as impactful as when you see like sharp shadows, but it does the trick. Okay, this one needs sort of like this sort of a shadow. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And we're going to blur it, go underneath with it. Maybe give it one more blur. This is starting to go towards the darker part of the room, so that's why. Okay, we should leave it like that. The texture of the ground also helps a bit. Maybe this one can go 60 as well, but a bit less here. Or maybe we try to pull it a little bit more. And we play with the levels here. Okay, I think that should do it. Not too shabby. I don't know about this one is gonna be difficult. So this one I'm gonna try to do it as subtle as possible. So this one pushes the shadow a little bit more. But this one needs to be sorry. Well, first of all, let's put it in position. Okay, like so. Even more. Perfect. And now blur. Something like that. Even more. Okay. But then I don't know how to do something related to... So I'm gonna try to do something like so. This is gonna be kind of whitish for now. I'm gonna blur it. This is just to give that impression that there is some light going through this, but we need to kind of match it to this. To this blue. So something along the lines of this. Let's see if we reduce. So something like that. We increase the blur, we reduce this. Subtle effect, but you know, kind of gives the impression that it's there. Maybe I need to make it a little larger. Trying to I'm trying to keep the same shape as the table somehow, whatever. Maybe more, and we'll reduce the opacity a little bit, even more, like a 7. Okay, so just to see how it looks with and without, where is it? Here. So without width. It's a very subtle thing, but it gives the idea that there is some light propagating from here. I was thinking of adding some tint, something. I don't know. Let's try it just as an idea. Kind of like give the impression that here is where the sun is coming. But we need to enlarge this light a lot. Maybe pull it stronger, like so, from the window. And I really need to lower the opacity. Yeah, something like that. Maybe even more blur. I don't think that makes a difference. And maybe pull it a bit more towards the edges. Kind of like this. Or let's try something smarter. Let's try it like this. I'm gonna give it a gradient. So we can kind of see where we have to lose it. So somewhere like that. Okay, I'm gonna still do a 40. I'm gonna reduce the opacity to 3 or 4. Okay, I'm gonna leave it to 4. Maybe it gives the transparency a bit better. Anyway, little details. Where should we also leave a shadow? A shadow should be here. Yeah, definitely like that. I'm gonna go with dark. And we're gonna go with an opacity. Maybe push it a bit like this. Gonna go with a blur. Something like that. Well, maybe a bit more. Okay. That also gives us the desired effect. Although I could follow the same trajectory. I don't know. Kind of like that. To mimic this light. No, I really like it more this way. Because also the light falls a bit in an arch. Maybe push it just a tiny bit like so. And last but not least, we need to add one more shadow over here. Actually, I'm just gonna go like this, this. And oops, yeah, something like that. I need blur. I don't know, for some reason it feels perfect. Yeah, yeah, I like it, I like it. Maybe this one we can push it a bit darker. Okay. We are almost done. Famous last words. Um, I don't know. For some reason, these things look so dark. I don't know why I can't get this one though. That's too yellowish. Come on, give me the other one. No, this one. Oi. Oi, oi, oi. Yeah, we're getting somewhere. This one for some reason needs a tiny bit more light. I don't know why this is getting in the way. This one a bit more, not much. This one is perfect. Okay, let's look at it. Maybe reduce this color a bit more. Yep, that looks fantastic. And now we are left with the centerpiece, which is this. Now, I really don't know what to do about this. I had an idea, but I don't know. I don't know how to apply it. I've seen a reference somewhere. Kind of thinking of how a TV would look like. It would have an edge, a frame. But what if I try to create it like a special frame? The question is how. So I was thinking of yeah. So this reference of a TV kind of reflects like this. So let's duplicate this. And maybe that's not good. Let's go with a path effect with offset. Oh, what did I do? Did I delete it? Ah, yeah, I did delete it. Let's change the color. Thinking something like this. And somehow on the edges to kind of make it look... Maybe I'm overthinking it. Maybe I should simplify it. I was thinking of creating some combined corners, but let's not overdo it. So I'm just gonna... Let's go with something... So if I'm gonna keep the TV closed, it's going to be needing... Okay, so let's try to create this idea that this goes towards a bluer... Oh, why are you doing this one? This one. A bluer darker. Something's weird. It feels weird, but I don't know why. Hmm. Oh, I see. Okay, never mind. So if you're going towards this dark, and let's keep it towards... Oh, he did not like that. Let's wait for him to recover. If he recovers. Okay, I'm getting weird symbols now. Uh, Hopefully it's saved here. Hopefully. It did not, but we have a backup. Let's see the backup. Okay, the backup saved. Where were we? So I said that I want to kind of keep it like so. And let's give this other one a color. So I want for this to go all the way to black, maybe a bit less, and towards blue. And this one I want it towards a more mute red. No. Maybe we should go towards the yellow. No, I don't know. Or a creme. Something like that. Oops. Let's save. And this one we should also go towards the creme. Maybe a little darker. Let's look. This one is too much. Maybe we should animate it or take it a little bit muter. Difficult to get the right color here. Oh, we're getting close. Okay, let's, oops, what did I do? Okay, let's try with this. And we want it to make a reflective surface. This is gonna suck. So bad. Because I will need to take this, duplicate it and group it. Now I kind of want to put it something like so. And the thing is, well, or maybe not something like so. Let's keep it in the same position as it is. Somewhere like so. Actually, well, this is isometric. I was trying to figure out how to make it more. Okay, let's try something like this. So first things first, let's duplicate this. This is gonna be a clipping mask. Let's also duplicate this. Set clip. And then I want to set another clip. Duplicate this, set clip. Okay, that's good. Why did we create two of them? Simply put, one needs to be something's weird here. Oh, I see. Or I don't see. What the hell? Okay. Okay, I see what I did wrong there. What about this one? What? I'm confused. What is this? Okay, release clip. Something super weird with this. the hell is this? Hmm. Did I mess it up somehow? I don't understand what I did here. This should be on top. What the hell? Okay, maybe I'm not on top. I am on top. Well, okay, whatever. Oops. It's not doing what I want, but this one should be a little bit still weird as hell. What the hell is happening? This should be on top. This should be on the bottom. I do not understand this. Maybe there is something we did. Yeah, this complicates things a lot. Oops. Let me try to just kind of guess what I'm doing here. But it's so weird. This one shouldn't be creating this effect. Maybe there is a mask within a mask that reacts really, really weird. But crazy enough, this one on the back looks okay. So if I remove this looks okay. Why is this? Maybe this one has. Okay, oh, Jesus Christ. Hmm. Does the gradient have to do something with it? I've never seen this situation before, and I don't understand what's creating it. Well, there is only one option in this situation. Oops. I can try to reduce the opacity here. Still kind of weird that this isn't creating the effect that I want. Why isn't it? Maybe it's this mask that's doing weird things. Okay, it's reacting really weird. Let's go back to our, oops, to our full. I don't know. Something like that. Opacity, it's gonna be really, really small. This one as well. Maybe even less opacity. Oops. Let's keep it at 10. I'm not gonna try to put any more things into it because it's already losing some of the aspects. What we still need, uh, complicating things as usual. We need, actually I think I can just duplicate this. Just make it so. Kind of wanted to make one more glitter, but I don't know if I can get away with it. Let's see. Something like, well, maybe more. So I want it white, blurred. I'm gonna give it a gradient. And a lot less opacity. Even more. Mm, 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 mm. Yeah, let's leave it at kind of this. Well, maybe a little extra. No, because usually in the center there is a little glint. Well, maybe a little. Let's go with a 15. Yeah. And since I don't want to leave it without a little bit of a mark. Just a second, guys. Uh, let's see. Is this free? Yeah, it's free. Which one should I get? This one doesn't look too bad. Oh, I like this one. This one. Now let's see if we can get it inside. Perfect. Zhup. Our little imprint in the... Okay, we should make it a tiny bit smaller. And now we should group it, and we should try to give it a path effect with let's go perspective again. I suppose this one is the best. But does it work? Yeah, of course. No. Well then, I suppose either I kind of try to make it so. Maybe a little tiny bit smaller. Oh, perfect. Perfect. And I kind of don't like... I have a better idea. Let's transform it into... Let's trace this bitmap. Apply. It's gonna be a crazy thing. But now we can get rid of this. We can now give it a beautiful perspective. Ouch. Well, c'est la vie. That's a lot of nodes. Kind of trying to match it up as much as possible. Okay, I think that should do it. Ta-da! And now we need to kind of lower it down, give it a nice gradient, make it a little darker. I don't know. Okay, whatever. It's like the zombie apocalypse is happening outside. And inside is like such a beautiful home. Well, maybe I should put it a bit out. So it kind of looks like it's from the outside the window. And if we really want to, we can go with some drips of our own. Full opacity. And let's kind of do this. Oops. Okay. Bam, 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 bam. And I'm going to select, which one is it? Come on. Is it this one? Yeah. Set clip. And we're gonna give it a little bit of yeah, you know, a little bit of detail. Something is happening outside. I wanted to put a picture with the background. Well, let me see. Um, let's go on pixels. And oh, pixels is not working well today. Then Pixabay. Let's go for photos. Let's go for a city. Let's see, do we have any luck to find a city with zombies? That looks really crappy. ah, well, what can you do? I can't complain. Let me look for a nice city. Maybe we can see it. We're situated somewhere on the edge. There is a city on fire. Nah, doesn't look so great. No, 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 no. I'm gonna go with the first city that I liked. But it's a little bit kind of... Let's see, can I have any luck to copy it? Yeah. I'm gonna add the link to the city, don't you worry. So something like this in the distance. Let's do this like so. Set clip. What happened? Oh, oh. I messed it up. Well, I should... No. Why isn't it working? It should work. Break apart. No? No chance? Probably because this is a group. Well, let's just do it the old-fashioned way. Bam, 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 bam. Thumb, thumb. Set clip. Let's reduce. Well, I don't know. Yeah, kind of looks like it's the end there. Oh, oh, oh. Well, I'm gonna leave it as it is because I have too many elements on the way. The best I could do is just maybe increase some of the brightness there. I really wish I could have levels and stuff. I'm playing, but I'm trying to open up the lights a little bit to see a little bit more details in the back. Yeah, not bad, not bad. What else was I going to say? Well, we could kind of try to do something like this. But this is a rather cheesy way of doing it. But yeah, well, it's there. Cheesy but works. Maybe reduce the opacity to 7. And if we really want to make it interesting, let me, where is it? It's over here. Let me try to export it. I hope it exports here and not on the desktop or somewhere else. There's a lot of stuff exporting. It's huge. Oh, come on, export. Have mercy on me, because I really want to try this out. Yeah, there's a lot of information going on here. Hope the stream is still working. Export. Export. Come on. I just want to export it as an image, and I'll show you guys in a moment why. Let's save. And let's bring it back. Okay, so this we're going to try to kind of there's a lot of stuff going on here. I'm gonna try to align it. Last selected. Okay, this should work. And now, if I go to blur, does it work? Yeah. Kind of create this bloom effect. I'm already pushing it too much. Maybe less blur or more blur. Yeah, something like this. Maybe a 20 or a 40. And technically, but I don't know, less opacity. We already have too much blur happening here. So this one goes all the way to the top. Let's see. With blur, without. With, without, with. It adds there something. And I was thinking of just, yeah, but now it's already starting to go like crazy on me. I was thinking of adding a lens. So if I duplicate this and we reduce the opacity, no, actually don't reduce the opacity. Let's go with maybe not screen overlay or color. Let's see, overlay. Yeah, and let's look for maybe a blue. Yeah, this one gives it kind of that darker feeling, but let's put it at 50%. So let's look how it looks without, with. And I feel like this is the end of our little project. Yeah, there were some mistakes here and there. We did some nice improvements. There's a lot of detail in here. My computer is trying to survive and pushing this through. But I'm gonna just leave it as it is. I'm gonna upload it to G Drive so you guys can play around with various things like lights and stuff. It was getting too difficult for me to edit things without removing them from here and putting them somewhere else and returning back and so on and so forth. Um, Let me just look again without these two things. This one is like really warm. Ah, maybe this rectangle can go at 25 or a 30 or a 40. I'm gonna leave it as it is. Well, thank you for sitting around in this weird long session of mine. Lots of things happened. I will add the links to all of the images that I have used and catch you guys next time. Bye 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 bye.